Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to maneuver this light around. For some reason there's not a lot of good light in here. There's the pedal. The gas pedal. I'm gonna need to measure that. And they say this in the Cummins manual, but I don't know if you can see where all it goes. Yeah, I guess you can. Okay, yeah, you can see where that's not going to be necessary anymore for this. But I'm going to measure. See how nice that is. Crap. I'm going to have to put that back together. I'm going to loop that around, and then I want to measure to see where that pedal was before. It's probably right here, and that's about, I'll actually measure it. I'll get a flat ruler, go across the brake and the clutch pedal. I guess that'd be better. And then I'll see the depth. That's probably around an inch below. I guess since it's unhooked now, then yeah, I didn't think about that. But yeah, pedal's gonna go somewhere in there. As you can see, this is if you mess with a lot of dashes nowadays, this is pretty simple. And I'm not sure, like when I mess with the Willys, it's just a flat panel. It's actually, I think, even a little harder to mess with than this guy. I can pull out these plastic in pieces, and it's really not nearly as bad as the way most of the dashes are nowadays. Also, you see that's where I'm pretty sure all the electrical is going to come in. And there's also this box here. I don't really know what that does. Figure it out later, I guess. Whatever. Okay, I hooked back up the throttle cable, and I'll show you that in a second. It really didn't bring it up nearly as far as I thought it would. I'm gonna go check on some other vehicles I've got too, and see about theirs. But, actually the clutch is a little bit below the brake. I don't know, of course it's a little loose. I could bring it up to here. Basically, I'll go right there. Of course, I believe that rotates a little bit. Let me see. Okay, so it goes that way. We're talking 2 3/4 of an inch from those two. I'm gonna go check on another vehicle to see make sure that makes sense. 2 3/4. You remember that? All right. And let me show you the throttle, just so you know. Or maybe you can tell me if I'm doing something stupid. Attached it here to this point. That's how it is from the factory. And right there, it's the throttle. So, assume that does it right. So, I'm gonna leave it for a moment, and then I'm gonna go check out another vehicle. Okay, now I've got the new pedal in here. Keeps on slipping, at least on frame. I guess I'm going to also try to see, like, what's the spacing here? Of course, you can see this got some play in it. Well, let's see a couple things. How far are we off the floor? Of course, I'm so brilliant that I put something in my way. I've got to figure out kind of a relation of this. Because if I don't have like an exact perfect angle down, and then you end up having all these angles. Angles are harder to work with. I'm going to try to find something flat. So I'm gonna come back here to this flat, and just where that edge of that gets, it's 20 1/4 inches. I'm actually gonna write this, and I'll show you a little bit later. I'm gonna write this down, and I might be wrong. This might be a terrible way to do this, but I don't know. It's the first one I've ever done, so I'm gonna try it. But I need a relation of where the old pedal was. I can always, I guess, put it back in if I screw up, and then figure it back out, but maybe I can do this once. But okay, let's go ahead and measure twice. That's something to remember too. I always like to do this. Use the same tape measure all the time. but for this, it's not going to matter that much. Okay, 20 1/4 inch. And then I guess let's go to the this flat over here against this wall. And then I'm going to see how far that is, then I'll write that down in there, maybe you'll be able to see it. That'll just give me that edge, it'll give me something to go off of. And of course I've got this in here. Then because I kind of need to relate this in 3 dimensions. So then I'll have to think about the other one. Let's see. Flat, I don't. It's not too bad. It's a little bit on a curved surface there. Starting to get in the radius basically. Let me put this upside down. Okay, 14 7/8. Okay. Just give me a little reminder. Clean it up later. I might just draw a line. Let me find something that's got a 90, I can get a solid 90-degree angle on. Well, I won't have a 90-degree, will I? Well, I can at least make sure it's vertical. Okay, improvising. Can you see the bottom there? Okay, I'm gonna just get this vertical. This is a level, and then I'm just gonna make a mark. And then I'm gonna go from that mark up to here, and I'm gonna make that measurement. And that'll give me a good relation of where it needs to be. And I might be wasting my time. There's actually a scale on this. I guess I could just use that. This is not going to be perfect, but again, I'm not looking for perfection. And again, I'm keeping the throttle cable hooked up. So this is pretty much, maybe not how it was at the beginning of its life. Now something else. I'm actually looking at this from the side, so I've got a little parallax here. And I'm going to do an arrow. I couldn't get behind that. I guess. And at that very top right there, I'm at, oh, well crap, I don't know where I'm at. Just use the other side. I think I actually made a little mark there too. Oh. Well, that didn't help me much at all, so, okay. Scale doesn't go all the way to the end. Second guess ourselves. Honestly, I might be able to just really good. Okay. I'm just gonna try to. There, that's good enough. You can see I just cut a line. I'm not too far off, and I don't care. This is my Jeep, so whatever. And it's a Jeep. I don't know. I just don't consider these like Mercedes things that have to be nice. I don't really want that. Okay. Now remember, see, don't want to do like that. I want to go on the side here, and we're looking at 3 and just right under 3/4. I think these are 16th increments. So 3 and 11/16. Let's write it down. If we're wrong, huh? Who cares? It gets around there. Who knows? There might be some adjustments on here I'm not seeing. Plus, you generally just don't care. Usually just close enough. So, now something else to notice that it's probably a, I don't know, 15-degree angle or so. Say it's fine just to guess. That's straight. I really don't mind that either. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm looking at it and not keeping the view in mind. I mean, if you keep this straight, that's probably all that really matters. I don't think I'm going to twist it just to get that same angle. I'm probably just going to leave it something like that and then just go straight down. Again, I'll reference some other vehicles I've got and just see if there's a standard or anything that works. Huh. You get part. Oh, good, it's not. Sorry, I thought the light bar that I'm using was covering the camera, but it's not, so that's good. Well, okay, there's a start. Also, I guess here's your plug-in for universal harness, Williams control. I don't know anything else to tell you about it. Feels pretty good. This one probably, yeah, feels about the same. Anyway, I mean, it's just a throttle pedal. It'll work. I mean, it's not going to mount the exact same way that the original one did, but we'll make it work. Alright, that's it for right now, I guess. Okay, I'm back trying to mount my my pedal. I hooked it up with one of the bolts through this top bolt here, and I lined it with the top bolt of the pedal I took out. It's kind of close, but it would hit on stuff, and if you had like some kind of carpet in there, or you had something, what they call them, wherever the rugs are or whatever, especially Toyota had issues with it, that pedal could get stuck. I could feel it scrape the bottom here. If you hit here, then it cleared, but it didn't want to hit on the side, and it didn't want to hit on the bottom. Remember, I don't have carpet. I do actually like to have the little floor liner deals, but I don't think it'd work if you just had that line up that one bolt and then drilled you another hole. So it needs to go up, and when it goes up, then this part tends to be too far forward and this tends to be too far up. Also, if you look at this, my stock setup, this goes to the side a few degrees, and this one's straight. Not a big deal. Even though it kind of is a little bit more comfortable. I was playing around in my truck the other day, and I actually like the slant. But since this isn't, I forget what that's called, a parallelogram or whatever, like the stock TJ one. And by the way, it's raining again, so never get away from that here. But anyway, if you see, I've already gotten these loose. I'm going to actually bend. I'm going to try to grip it here. I'm going to disassemble it and grip it here, and then try to put that angle out just a few degrees. And I'm going to take it out, put it back in there, and try to see if I can find a place where it lines up like the stock unit. So that's what I'm going to try, and we'll get back to it. If you're just wondering what it looks like underneath this little tab, see how that, and then it's got this channel to hold it. And then this guy, I'm going to try to do some of this one-handed. You can get this out of the way, the spring out of the way. And there's a spring down here. If you see my, what is it, index finger? I don't know. Push that down. And then, darn focus. Push that down. Come on, autofocus. And it is pouring the rain. Well, it's not focusing for me. I guess that's the problem when you don't know what you're doing. Well, there we go. Anyway, I'm gonna press that spring down because there's like a little slot, and then I will push that through. That'll be it. I'm gonna bend it. I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Here's the kind of the mock draft right now. I've only got one bolt in there. You can see. See a little bit. There you go. You can just barely see that other. So I put a hole there. I really think this needs to go up just a hair, I guess. Also note that I checked this. I made a little seat here. When I practice driving, I hit the brake. I don't hit the accelerator at all. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but I mean, I won't be able to tell the difference. So I'm gonna try to scoot up just a little bit. Let me see. Get this out of here. I don't know how I got so filthy already in here. Sorry, I'm moving some stuff out of the way. So let's see how I ended up. I'm 20 1/4. I'm just a little bit under. I'll go down to there. I'm close though. I mean, parallax error, but I mean it looks like it's more like 20 1/8 from where I measured the last time. Okay, let's look at the sorry, I'm looking for my ruler. Why'd I take my... Can't see this ruler very well. Right there's where I had it before. There's a little edge. Crap. Let's see if that'll help a little. Rid of the... Sorry, this is... You really need a second person here, but hey, whatever. I'm about 3.5 inches, but honestly, that's pretty darn close. Like I said, I need to get another bolt in there, and I'm actually just gonna kind of leave it for the moment in case something else just, you know, hits my, well, measuring side to side. I actually cut that. Actually cut down there at the bottom. I made a scratch. I'm lined up at the edge. The difference is that other pedal was off probably 10, 15 degrees. I don't have it on me. But this pedal's not like that. I'm not gonna mess with it. I looked at trying to switch the OEM one and put it on this pedal from, what is this, Walker or something? I was thinking Walker controls, doesn't matter for me. But you can make it work. I wasn't going to. That's good enough for me. So that's me mounting that. And remember, basically what I did, and I got a little bit of a bow in this spot or whatever. Doesn't really matter for me. But anyway, most of the bend came here. So I got to put another bolt here, and I got to actually drill a hole up at the top there. That's really about it. I might do something to cover some holes, but I might not. I mean, honestly, I really want to get this thing running, and then when I have some more downtime, then come in and do just a few of the little details to finish up. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get to all this stuff. That's the only thing. I'm not exactly sure where some of the brackets are going to go on this other side. So that's going to be it's going to be kind of a question, is where some of this is what's going to get in the way, what's not going to get in the way.